Suswagatam, Suswagatam. I, Dr. Apurva Rangari, welcome you all to this wonderful event along with my co-host, Dr. Arun Khule. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning, one and all present here. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all at the convocation ceremony of the postgraduate residents of batch of 2019 of St. G.S. Medical College and KM Hospital, Gladiolus 2022.
वैद्यकीय महाविद्यालय व राजे एडवर्ड स्मारक रुग्णालय येथील MD/MS च्या पदव्युत्तर समारंभ आज या ठिकाणी आपण साजरा करत आहोत। या समारंभास उपस्थित असलेले सर्व पालक वर्ग, आदरणीय गुरुजन वर्ग आणि सर्व नातेवाईक, मित्रमंडळी या सर्वांचा मी सहर्ष स्वागत करत आहोत।
Let's give a huge round of applause for all the parents and gods of knowledge, our own beloved teachers. Give a huge round of clap, guys.
म्हटल्यावर का बीज बनून रुजलो आम्ही इथे, मातीत जीव पार गुदमरला। बीज बनून रुजलो आम्ही इथे, मातीत जीव पार गुदमरला। वटवृक्षांच्या जगात या आज एक एक अंकुर अवतरला।
At KM Hospital, we value our intellectual capital and nurture it through a perfect blend of the traditional and contemporary ways. This hospital has produced thousands of well-known doctors so that the society at large is benefited with the well-equipped professionals who can significantly contribute to the value creation process in this country and abroad as well.
या स्वप्नपूर्ती सोहळ्यास आपल्याला लाभलेले सन्माननीय अतिथी, वैद्यकीय क्षेत्रातील अस्मितेचा मानबिंदू, माजी संचालक, DMR, दृष्टिदाता, माजी अधिष्ठाता सर जे रुग्णालय, कोविड टास्क फोर्सचे सदस्य अशी ज्यांची जगात ओळख आहे, परंतु आम्हा निवासी डॉक्टरांसाठी कोविडच्या महाभयंकर संकटामध्ये एक पालक बनून ज्यांनी आम्हाला मार्ग दाखवला, ज्यांनी आम्हाला धीर दिला आणि प्रत्येक संकटामध्ये आमची ज्यांनी मदत करून आम्हाला कोविड योद्धे बनवले, असे आदरणीय पद्मश्री डॉक्टर तात्याराव लहाने सर यांचं आपण स्वागत करतो। तात्याराव लहाने सर यांचं स्वागत करावे।
I request Dr. D. Madam to felicitate Dr. Lahane sir with a bouquet. This auspicious occasion, I would like to request our chairperson, the most hard-working and student-friendly dean, who has the best hold on administration, and under her guidance, KM Hospital has reached great heights of excellence in all fields, be it academics, patient care, and research studies. I would like to request Dr. Sangeeta Rawat Madam to get felicitated by Dr. Gopi, the MAR-GF.
या कार्यक्रमास उपस्थित डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ ट्रान्सफ्यूजन मेडिसिन प्राध्यापक व विभाग प्रमुख डॉक्टर जयश्री शर्मा मॅडम यांचं स्वागत निहारिका करेल.
HOD of Dermatology Department, Dr. Vidya Kharkar ma'am. I would like Dr. Shelley to request felicitate her with a bouquet.
आपले स्थान ग्रहण करावे. या आनंदाच्या, उत्साहाच्या, उल्हासाच्या, नवचैतन्याच्या क्षणांना मंगलमय करण्यासाठी सर्व मान्यवरांना विनंती करतो की आपण दीप प्रज्वलन करावे.
Light fades away darkness. Light symbolizes knowledge and wisdom. We appreciate the goddess of wisdom for her blessings. By lighting the lamp, we pray she bestows upon us additional account of prosperity.
स्वागत शब्दांनी झाले, स्वागत टाळ्यांनी झाले, स्वागत फुलांनी झाले, स्वागत शब्दांच्या फुलांनीही झाले. अर्थात आपल्या या कार्यक्रमासाठी सुमधुर गीत आपल्या रेसिडेन्स डॉक्टर निघाले. सर्वांसाठी एकदा जोरदार टाळ्या वाजवा. कमी आहे त्यामुळे आपण कार्यक्रम घेत आहोत. यानंतर मी आपल्या कार्यक्रमाचे मुख्य अतिथी सन्माननीय डॉक्टर लहाने सर यांना विनंती करतो की त्यांनी आपल्याला मार्गदर्शन करावे.
नमस्कार. The chief guest and the dean of the KM, Dr. Rawat Madam, both the professors on dais, professors and faculty sitting there, all the proud student who passed their MBMS, proud parent and friends. I am very happy to congratulate you because you are from such a college which is number one in India, I think from there about 25 years now. The difference between KM and other medical colleges is that all the intelligent doctors, researchers, scientists, also IAS and IPS, they give birth in KM hospital. I am very proud today for this convocation ceremony. Once you have passed, whenever I was a dean in Grant Medical College, there used to be a fight between JMC and KM. Big fight. If the teacher from KM will come to JJ, he will fail the student in JJ. When the GMC person will go to KM, he will fail the KM students. And there was so much rivalry in between these two medical colleges. And then I took over as a dean. My enemy, that the KM people are our enemy, we should not call them. I told, what is the problem? We all are the colleague. And then by luck, Dr. Sanjay Oak became the dean of KM. As you know, he is my brother-in-law, his wife is my sister. Means she is ophthalmologist. I told him, Sanjay, if he will not listen to me, I will see that he will not get dinner, lunch, anything at house. He told, what is the problem? And then we sat together, decided that we all are one. And the leg pulling of each other, which is there, I think that is a hereditary disease in this all medical fraternity. I don't know why. Whenever our colleague we speak or talk, on face we are very good. We say good, goody. And when he just going back, kitna kharab hai. Means, I don't know, but we do this. We criticize our community and our colleague every day. And then Sanjay and I have decided that there should be roti-beti in between KM and James. And then the first roti-beti was my daughter. You know that. The Nagesh who passed from KM, married with my daughter Saili, attended by all the professors in the KM and professor in GMC. So that is what is a roti-beti. And after that, I think now the KM doctors and the GMC doctors, our Sai doctors and Nayak doctors, they are together, friends, and all are taking care and welfare of the students. This is near about from 12 years now. So enmity is finished. And example is today. The all KM people are sitting here and JJ person is here. So that is what should happen. And so I was busy today, but as I was invited by KM, I told them I will come. In the morning, I started my morning at 6 a.m. I operated 18 phaco cases and then I started here. So I completed my today's work and then I came here. I am very happy to be with you today. Why I will tell you. Because when there was a COVID, the only one person, I am not saying that others has not worked. Only one person, only one community who has definitely saved so many lives in thousands, and that community is a resident doctors. I salute your work. You were knowing that this is a disease. That time nobody was knowing that how this disease is going to get infected to others. After that also, every resident was working on forefront in COVID. And they were getting also so much. I think in one medical college, there may be 100 people, 100 doctors, they were infected by COVID. Still on third day or fourth day, we were there at the administrative level. First time we gave 7 days holiday after the infection. Later on reduced to 3 days holiday. And then reduced to 2 days holiday. Then 1 day. But still, whatever the decision was there, it was obeyed by the resident. And because of that, we saved so many lives, so many. That time, whenever resident used to come to me, I used to tell the government that these are the doctors. Because of that, all the hospitals in Mumbai and all the tertiary cares in Maharashtra are running. So you will have to increase their pay. Normally pay is, madam, increase after the strike. And the Mar, I think any doctor, see, the Mar people, they meet me always because I am friend of them. What they ask? सर आम्ही काहीच नाही केलं आता काय करावं? म्हणजे आमच्या काळात काहीतरी झालं पाहिजे. मग काय झालं पाहिजे? म्हणजे आमच्या काळात एक संप व्हावा. Means whenever the Mar people they think that doing a strike is their right and they should do strike for something. I told them that time all the Mar members from KM, Sayan, Nair and JJ and also the Maharashtra, I took their meeting online and I told them, I will increase your pay, don't worry. There were some problems in the corporation, but yes, instead of 5,000, the government increased it 10,000 pay that time without a strike first time. But that was just because of your work. And I think really I am proud of that and I am very happy I could do it. There were some problems of the income tax and some pay cutting in corporation. I tried to solve it. I don't know how much it is solved and how much it is not solved. But still, I think the residents who work in Mumbai, in all hospitals, not only in our medical colleges, but so many other hospitals they work. And such a pandemic you have faced, and after that studied and passed. Really, this is a very proud feeling as a parent also, and proud feeling as a director also, that time. What happens whenever somebody goes to the Convocation? First of all, I appreciate the KM Medical College, GS Medical College and KM Hospital for so many things. It means all the specialities are there, one thing. Maximum crowd is there. Maximum patients, doctors, everybody is there. But very well managed. And the poor people, they are getting treated there. And after that also, the quality of the education is maintained, and I think that is what is needed in each and every medical college. So this is I think the people should see as a ideal medical college towards the KF. I always tell my student, be with the book. In my medical college, few departments residents will be with the book. Few departments residents never read, like ophthalmology, they never read. Because they know they are going to pass. Well, I am there in the department. This time I told them, next time I am going to fail you. After that also they have not studied. And by bad luck I was the examiner. Then I asked them, Abhi sir, आप ही examiner है, हम कैसा fail हो सकते हैं? And nobody failed. One failed in theory, not in practical. So I think, but you must study. Now what is future? What is the future today? Once you become MD and MS, then you also think of the super specialty. Definitely you should go to the super specialty. Whatever the super specialty you want to go, how you should choose the course? I will tell you. First of all, you decide where to practice. If you want to practice in the metro like Mumbai, then by any study you will not succeed. Because in Mumbai, practice totally different than any metro or any city. Mumbai is totally different. So if you want to stay in Mumbai, then I can't guide you. Only the time can guide you. Whenever you pass, then the only time can guide you. If you go to your districts, places or in taluka places, then I can guide you. How I will tell you. First you study the district and see which specialty doctor is not there today. And if that specialty is not there, try to be in the same specialty which is not there in your district. Why? Because the waiting period of the doctor will be reduced in months. In Mumbai, waiting period is 3 years. After 3 years, you are known as a doctor. And after that, your practice will start. But outside, your practice will start on second day. So that specialty. Secondly, if all specialties are there in the district, study a taluka, which is, you can say, having more than 5 lakhs population, and which specialty is not there, then you should be that specialist. So that you can have good practice there. So this is one thing, and I will give you the practical example. My brother Vittal, he passed surgery and I was underwent the kidney transplant. He was third in Maharashtra and he was getting urology. He told me, Dada, I want to do urology. But urology setup is very difficult in Latur. I can't do it in Mumbai and Pune. I studied Latur. There was no any plastic surgeon in Latur. I told him, you will have to go in plastic. Obedient brother. He took plastic. He was not talking to me for 6 months. Because Dada took wrong decision. When he passed MCH, then he again came to me. He told me, Dada, I am MCH now. No, yes, congratulations. Then I want to practice in Mumbai or in Pune. I told him, at both places I am a teacher, mere teacher. I am not having any savings. So I have rented a place in Latur. You go there and practice in Latur. He was not talking to me for 1.5 years. But today, he is the #1 practitioner of plastic surgery. Patients from Mumbai are going by the air ambulance to Latur. It means wherever you sit, and if you are a specialist and renowned person, then patient will come to you and whatever the place it may. So you decide what type of doctor you want and where you want to practice. Because here in future now, after you have passed, now you are MS, MD. then your father and mother, they are very having proud feeling about you. But once you go into the market, it is very difficult. There are so many hurdles. And in such situation, it is very difficult to survive. So for that, once you have passed, study it. Properly study it future. And then go for it may be a fellowship or super specialty or whatever. And once you are having the super specialty, you have to go in big city. Fellowship, you can go at any place and practice. So that is, you will have to be practical. Now here, theory is not going to help you. Your intelligence will help you for the future. So I think you will have to plan your future. Once you plan, you can do it. I will tell you. Once I retired in June, I joined as a professor. But I started my second inning as my clinical practice. Just here, on the other side, inaugurated in this hall only on 18th May. And I started Raghunath Netral. That is my second inning at the age of 65. And now I am practicing. Now in practice, what I have learned in 2 months, one thing required, that you should be in chair whatever the time you have published. You should be in chair, patient may or may not come, but you should sit in the chair, have a book, you can read there, patient will come to you. You will have to wait for the patient. And here, in medical colleges, you will have to ask the patient to go out, don't come. In practice, you will have to invite the patient. So that is what happens in practice. So, who is our everything? Is a patient. For us, patient is a God. And if you worship the patient, you are successful. Patient will bless you and you are successful. And I think that you will definitely do because you are from KU. So whenever I go to the inaugurations outside, I always meet KM, Sayan, Nair, JJ, all doctors. They are practicing very well. That may be any interior corner of Maharashtra. So I think plan your future, very important. Practically plan your future. And it is not that you should be only a clinician, but you are very intelligent doctors. Now there are so many avenues. You can be a researcher. You have seen this time in COVID, every day there was a new research. This medicine is to be given, this to be stopped. This test to be done, this should not be done. So many. Immunization to be given, not to be given. So that time the research was working outside India. So you can be a good researcher. Today it is required. Other is scientist. I think someone from you may bag the Nobel Prize in future. I wish you best of luck. You can plan for the administration, IAS, IPS. Excellent thing. If you go there, you can decide throughout the life you will be happy. It is not that we have passed MD and we should continue as a MD. You can be but our doctors should also enter in administration. So many doctors are there in administration, they are working very well. And few people who were the MAR secretaries, they can be a leader. Because leaders are also required. If the leaders are from the intelligent college, I think they will definitely give foresight to the medical education and also the foresight to the health. So few, those who are MAR secretaries, they can plan for their leadership. I was also MAR secretary for 2 years. Everybody was thinking that I may be a leader in future. I was that time thinking, yes, I should be leader. I was given ticket from Congress in 85. I took that ticket to my house, and my wife and my mother-in-law, they started fasting. 3 days they were fast because the past experience that my father-in-law was met with an accident, witness accidental killing in Mumbai when he was MLA. And nobody was willing. 3 days I requested them. And later on, I gave it to the other person who later on became a minister. But I could not enter. And I will tell you how the people, the classmates, they think about you. My one friend, he passed MBBS with me in Aurangabad and went to London for PG, Rahul Deshpande. Then he started the medical college in Konkan. He is one of the members. And he came to me where the name was written Tatarao Lahane as a dean. He asked that for local LOC, local inquiry committee, 3 doctors from Grand Medical College. He came to me. Okay. So after that, he told me, I want few doctors. I gave the doctors. And once I gave the doctors, he went out. He saw that name, Lahane. Now this person, he then phoned someone, our classmate. ये लहाने कौन है? अपना क्लासमेट तो जे का डीन नहीं हो सकता. मैं स्मार्ट सेक्रेटरी का इतना अच्छा वैल्यू होता है आउटसाइड. But yes, you can choose. Once you come in academic, yes, be academician. So I think my best wishes to you all the parents, proud parents. I congratulate you all. Please raise the hand, and I think clap for you all. Congratulations.
धन्यवाद सर. आपले अनमोल मार्गदर्शन व हे शब्दच आमच्या आयुष्याची खरी तिजोरी आहे. यानंतर आपल्या KM हॉस्पिटल येथील डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ मेडिसिनचे प्रोफेसर व नेस्को फेज 2चे अधिष्ठाता माननीय सलागरे सर यांचं स्वागत डॉक्टर रोनक कोठारी करेल. यानंतर आपल्या महाविद्यालयाच्या अधिष्ठाता डॉक्टर SS राव मॅम यांना मी विनंती करतो की त्यांनी आपल्याला मार्गदर्शन करावे. सॉरी, डॉक्टर रावत मॅम यांना मी विनंती करतो.
Very well. Good morning to you, all of us. I think it's a wonderful thing to be here as a dean of one of the most prestigious hospital and college across India and across Asia also. Respected Dr. Lane sir, my colleagues Dr. Salagre, Dr. Vidya, Dr. Sharma, dear parents and dear students, I think today is one of the most luckiest day for all of you because you are graduating from GS8, GS Medical College and KM Hospital, King Edward Memorial Hospital. It has a big heritage which KM Hospital has since years together, and many stalwarts have passed from this hospital, and you are going to be one of them. So hats off to all of you and congratulations. Your son and daughters have done wonders in their career. After going to the MBBS, when are going to enter your MD and DM or MS and MCH, I think your difficult period starts now. Till now, you're all under shelter, your teachers are there, your parents are there, your wardens are there, and finally the dean is also there to protect you from all the problems. But now you're going to go and face the world, as sir already said, that it's not going to be that. You have to choose your career as per your liking, what you like as a subject. That also is very important. Often people think, nay, cardiology has a lot of money, let me go there. No, neurology is a dull branch, don't go there. But it's not that. You see the subject whether you like it. Because all your life you are going to do that. And if you don't like a gynec and you become a gynec all your life, you can't do a justice to the subject. So I really urge all of you, during the internship, you all have done your work in those departments. So just from that, and if you still have time, work in that department for 1 month, 2 months, take an elective. Make sure that you like that subject and then only plunge into it. I agree that even when you want certain subjects, it's due to the competitive nature, you don't get what you want. But then always keep a choice, 1, 2, 3, and then select which you get it as per your merit, as per your hard work. Definitely hard work pays you in, and whatever you do. See, as the doctors, all of us want to earn money. Definitely, we have not come here just to do charity. But at the same time, remember the quote of Vivekananda, serve Jiva as a Shiva. I think that should remain in your heart, whatever you do, wherever you go and whatever practice you do. Don't treat patients as Sir said, treat them as God and not as earning object. So, even if you should, whatever practice you do, make sure that you get a good sleep at night without your conscience biting. I've said this before also. So whenever you are practicing, always have in the heart that I am treating a human being who is also a live human being, and he has a family, he has relatives. So what I would do for my relative, what I would do for my father, same thing I should do for the patient. If you have that thing in your mind, you will do excellent in your practice, and you will not have to wait for the patients. Patients will come on their own. So keep that faith and keep that motto in your life. Definitely, if you do well in your practice and you are good clinically, the patients will come and the money will definitely flow behind it. There is no need to do malpractice. If you are good, the patients will automatically come. As Dr. Lani said, patients are flowing to his brother and for the plastic surgeon at a remote village also. So if you excel in your work, take a mastery in your work. Whenever you are doing your residency, which you are going to start now, please do not sit with the books all the time. Read in the night, but during the day, spend your time touching the patient, examining the patient, talking to the patient, relatives, everything. Because that is what is going to pay you finally in the practice. Just reading books, yeah, it may give you a DM, it may give you MCH, because you still have to appear for the first and second need. But if you have not seen what is a liver, when it enlarges, what is the firm border of liver, you will not do well clinically. And if you don't do well clinically, you are not going to do justice to your patients. So it is important that during residency, please spend time in wards. Don't run after your books and MCQs all the time. Definitely you have to do, but spend some limited amount of time, but mature it, because you won't get so many patients in your private practice. I remember when I went to Australia for a fellowship, by Lloyd Schild, he said, Sangeeta, I've got a very interesting case for you. It's just sitting there, and if you can diagnose, I'll be really happy with you. So I went there, a child of 10 years, and he had a nystagmus, he had ataxia, and he had a downbeating nystagmus. So when he had a short neck, I had seen so many like this at KEM. So in 5-10 minutes, I went back and said, sir, I think he's got CV junction anomaly. He said, how did you diagnose without MRI, without anything? I said, sir, I've seen so many of them. So that's what it happens. If you have seen clinically, you will diagnose without even investigations. So don't become, in neurology we have CT scan, CTOs, follow up after CT scan. That's the sign of bad neurologist. So if you have seen the patient clinically, you can diagnose where will the lesion be in the MRI. And you know that the competition can come from within. I'm diagnosing it will be in the left thalamus. I hope the MRI comes true and MRI shows the left thalamus. If that comes from your heart, then you'll do well because you know how to diagnose, how to localize the lesion. For us as a neurologist, localizing lesion is the best thing which we earn. Then when I came back, I started the epilepsy fellowship, and then I think epilepsy center which we have at KM is 4th in India, and that that center has treated patients who have no clothes, who have only clothes and no chappals. Even them we have operated. The operations which cost 3.5 lakhs to 4 lakhs and outside, we have done it in 10,000 and 5,000. So when I get the patient comes back after 2 years, 3 years and touches my leg and says, "You have changed my life, you are my God." It's not that I have become a God for you, but that gives me the maximum happiness, and that should be happening with you also. When patient says that you are God for me, you have done everything for me, and that gives you happiness, you are the excellent doctor. So I think that's what you should aim at, and I'm sure all the parents will also be very proud to say that your children will do well in life because they are graduating from one of the best college, and they will not do anything wrong in life because we also teach ethics in KM Hospital. So as we also had that, my Dr. Katrago was a HOD at JJ used to always say KM as across the bridge hospital. So we had that thing what Dr. Lane said. But in the practice, all of us are same. So when you leave your hospital, you all are going to be in the midst of the whole pool of all the doctors which are coming from everywhere. So be what you are at your heart. Be gentle and be honest and sincere to your practice, and work in the wards during residency. That will make you the best doctors. All the best.